Hi, this is a video to go over Skill 1 in Geometry, Chapter 1. Skill 1 is finding the distance formula, or finding the distance between the 2 points using distance. So we know we could probably graph it and double check it using a piece of graph paper, but let's suppose that we actually remember the distance formula and we know how to use it, but we're still, ironing out the kinks of these positive and negative numbers. So first, any distance formula problem, we're going to need the distance formula. And as I tell most of my students, you're going to need a number line to double check your answer. So quickly just jot a number line, and it will definitely get you out of a jam on a test because it will help you tell whether or not you got the answer wrong. So you definitely want that. Okay, so I got a number line, I got that, and then it's just pretty easy. I can just make up my point. So I'm going to do -3, 2, and 3, -9, and I wanted a distance between these points. So using my formula here, I want to find the distance on a number line between -3 and 3. And that's actually what we do when we subtract the two values. So -3 and 3 on a number line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6. So I know I'm going to get an answer 6 down here. Or -6. Either it's 6 forward or 6 back. So let's do the math using the formula. So I have one point is -3, and I subtract the other point, which is 3, and I square it. Well, -3 minus 3 is a -6. Okay. Well, -6 times -6 is the same as 6 times 6, so it wouldn't really matter. So notice I am able to verify that, yep, it should be 6, and that would be 36. Now I'm going to do it with my y values. So looking at my y values, I asked myself, how far would 2 and -9 be on a number line? Now I'm off my number line, but -9 would be somewhere over here, -9 and 3. So that's really far. A lot of people would maybe do, 2. I'm supposed to do 2 and 9, okay? Gotta make sure I don't make a mistake here. And so this is 2, and this is another 9. So 2 and 9 make 11. So I know these have to be 11. Sorry about the bell there. I know that it has to be 11 because that's how far -9 and 2 are on a number line. So now I'm going to do my math. I take my formula, y2 minus y1, any direction, so I get one y value is 2, subtract the other y value is -9, and minus a negative would end up being plus. So 2 plus 9 is 11. Now I'm not always adding, and notice my formula isn't adding. It just so happens in this problem that when I followed the formula to subtract, when I subtract a negative, it ends up adding and I get 11. And I already knew I was going to get 11 using my number line. So now I'm just going to plug away. Now 6 times 6, or -6 times -6 is 36, and 11 times 11, and I'm going to combine these, and I get my final answer. And remember, always last step, take the square root of your final answer. So, and we've been practicing to round to the nearest tenth, so we'll stay consistent with that. So the square root of 157 is 12.5. And since that's a 2, we're going to keep the 5 the same number. Now let's do another one. Let's suppose that the coordinate was C and D. Just made some new coordinates. I'm going to use this same distance formula. So identifying my x values, following the formula, take one of the x values and subtract the other value. Oh, that's weird. I didn't add over here, but now I'm going to have to add. The thing is, both times I'm subtracting. It just so happens that sometimes when I subtract a negative, I add. And that's what's happening here. When I subtract a negative, I add. And negative 6 plus 8 is 2, and I'm going to have 2 squared. Well, I wonder if I could have checked this. Yep, I could have. When I check negative 6 and negative 8, negative 6, and now let me extend my number line here. Negative 6 and negative 8 are 2 away from each other, and that's where this number 2 comes from. Now let's take a look at my y values. 6 and 4. Well, I already know this is going to be 2, but I'm just going to go through the steps. So it says subtract the two y values, 6 minus 4, and I got 2. Because remember, I already knew that 6 and 4 are 2 away on a number line. You could have also, let's say the guy sitting next to you did 4 minus 6. He would have gotten a negative 2. And that's still fine, because when you square it, you get 4. Oh, and I don't want to double square it. Some people have been doing that. I'm just kind of following PEMDAS. Okay. Okay, because I wanted to show my work there. So I end up getting 8, and my answer isn't 8. Don't forget, my final answer, I have to make sure I take the square root. So that would end up being a decimal. Let's go ahead and round to the nearest tenth, and I get 2.8. Okay, one more, and I'll call it a day. I'm probably by the third time short. So you might want to do these, pause the tape, practice it, and then play the tape again and see if you got the same answer as I did. So I made up some values. You can make some up too. Now I'm going to find the distance. The distance between these two coordinates, negative 2 and 4 on the number line, is 6. The distance between these two y's is also 6. So this will be, the square root is 72. Some students I notice are already zooming to the finish line. And so when I get this answer, 8.48528, when I round to the nearest tenth, notice this number is 5 or bigger, so I have to round to 8.5. Okay. Now let's say you wanted to use the formula though without jumping to the end. You still could, so let's practice that. The x values, negative 2, subtract the other x value, 4, and square it. The y value, 0, subtract the other coordinate, negative 6. Here, negative 2 minus a 4 is a negative 6. That's the same thing. These are the same thing. And 0 minus a negative is actually a positive 6. Same thing. Yep, so we definitely got it right. Thanks for joining us for Skill 1 Distance.